There'll be a lot cut out of the video, so don't worry if you say something embarrassing. I won't show it to 200 people.
Everything I say is embarrassing, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Fair point. Howdy, my name is Nonat, and welcome to... I didn't title this.
Welcome to Champions Are Us.
Welcome to Champions Are Us, for all your champion needs. This is a sort of thrown together video. It's not going to be like a series, more of a bonus video. Probably won't be one of my normal uploads. It'll go up on like a weekend or something. But I just released the champion guide as well as the domain Pathfinder spellbook talking about all the spells available from the different domains at first level. So I figured now's also a good time to just talk about some homebrew stuff. First time doing like a homebrew video, and because checks and balances are good, I have my friend Beardbox here. Say hi.
Hey, it's me. Beardbox.
He plays Pathfinder. He's actually in our campaign that we're playing, the Sands of Kadira. He plays Sod the Goblin Champion, so I figured he'd be
a good boy.
He save world. And if you guys are interested in checking out that campaign, it is actually entirely archived on Beardbox's YouTube channel, if you want to plug that, because I don't know your links by heart.
So we stream it every Tuesday, twitch.tv/Beardbox. If you do not have time to get there, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can always check out, I upload it next day or day after at youtube.com/Beardbox.
Hell yeah, plugs. But today, we are going to be talking about some stuff that is not in the core rulebooks. As I say multiple times in the champion guide, the rulebook only covers champions of good alignment, but it says that there are champions of every alignment. So I thought it'd be fun to talk, hash out, and discuss possibilities and ideas for champions of other alignments, you know, the neutral and evil alignments. And so if we just want to go down the list, we can sort of just start at lawful neutral, go through the neutrals.
I would like to start with a disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
As the new book is coming out sometime in July, 2 months from the time we are recording this, it's gonna we're wrong. We're wrong.
I'm
That's
sure.
just how it
I'm
is.
sure it's
So-
gonna. At least I hope they release.
I see you right now typing in the comments right now. That is not what a neutral paladin is. A champion is called. How did you not know that?
Look at the upload date.
2 months previous. Look at the date, dumbass.
I'm so
Am I allowed to
excited.
swear?
You're fine.
Are you cool with that?
You're totally fine.
Okay.
I'll put a 17 plus warning on this. But yeah, no, we're fully aware the APG is coming out in 2 months, and I am hyped, and I want it. 40 new archetype. It's just fun to to think, to theorize.
So yeah, let's start. So we have been talking a little bit before we recorded. We haven't revealed anything, but Brogan, do you prefer Brogan or Nonat for this channel?
Either or, you can just call me Nonat.
Okay, so Nonat has been thinking about names and reactions because every version of a champion has their name that they'll actually be depending on their alignment and the reaction they get at first level. So he's been thinking of reactions and names, and I've been thinking of tenets. We didn't plan it like this.
Yeah, it just worked out.
It just kind of worked out. So we'll have you start, and maybe
Sweet.
we'll see what we can do.
The first thing I did, actually, on top of the reactions and stuff, is actually I noticed that all three of the good champions fell under. They all had the same effect in their reaction. All of them reduced damage by 2 plus the champion's level. And I had two thoughts. One was that maybe that's just something all champions can do, but I ended up going with maybe that's what good champions do. So all of my neutrals have a unique effect and an effect that all neutral champions have on their reaction. So
That makes sense.
So, like, for example, since lawful good, neutral good, and chaotic good, they all reduce damage by 2 plus the champion level. I have it so whenever any neutral champion uses their reaction, it gives +2 to all saving throws for 1 round for the target, for their ally. And then I couldn't think of a clever name for that focus. Like for good champions, I consider that like a protection focus because they're reducing damage. I couldn't think of a good name for a saves focus, but for evil, I have the combat advantage focus, which whenever
this one I saw coming.
Oh yeah,
Just do more damage.
And for that one, I have it whenever they use their reaction on an ally, that ally gets +1 to attack rolls for 1 round. And that bonus actually increases at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20, up to +2, +3, +4. So even at max level, it's a +5 to hit, which is good. But, that's at level 20.
Yeah.
At level 9, it's still only a +2. So I think that's not too strong, but it's good. But yeah, so let's start with the neutrals. I just punched the microphone. Start with the neutrals. The lawful neutral, I dubbed the peacekeeper, because
Okay.
lawful neutral. They're still like following the rules around them. They're not quite as like anti-evil. They're just as likely to follow an evil law as a good law. But they're just they follow the law pretty much to a T, I'd say.
But lawful, we got to remember, lawful isn't following the law to a T. Lawful is having your own code that you follow,
Well,
like
that's
directly.
that.
You're predictable, and like in a lawful good would follow the law of a good land, but a
Mhm.
lawful neutral has his own. You think of like a samurai. I think when I think lawful neutral,
Yeah.
someone who has their own bushido.
But that's
So
sort of
like,
all champions, though. Like a chaotic good liberator. They follow their own law to respect freedom and free the
yeah,
enslaved.
but it's a more free. It's so hard.
It's
It's so hard
tough,
to
yeah.
describe, especially when it comes to champions.
Mhm.
So I hate to use random as a sense to describe chaotic, because then people get lol XD when it
Right,
comes to
right.
chaotic
So
neutral.
man, kill the merchant. But
But yeah, so we can go with peacekeeper for now, because
yeah,
peacekeeper either way makes sense, I think, for a lawful
right.
neutral.
Because I feel like a lawful neutral. What I see as a lawful neutral champion is they're just trying to keep things from going crazy. They're trying to keep things predictable, keep things orderly. I think order is a really good
Yeah,
term.
order is a
Yeah.
is a better descriptor for lawful.
Right. Because, yeah, no matter what your actual, like, good, neutral, evil alignment, lawful is the opposite of chaos. So
Yes.
there is always a method and no madness. And all of this is subject to change, obviously, to you.
Yeah,
To your
I mean,
thoughts. Yeah.
this is just us hanging out and talking. We're
Seriously,
not we're
yeah.
not we're not associated with Paizo unless.
Yet. But yeah, so if you want to go into your tenets for lawful neutral and the
So
peacekeeper.
neutral is hard,
Mhm.
just in general, to create tenants for. So like I was hoping. So I have ideas for evil that I want to talk with you about. I have nothing set in stone. Just
Okay,
like
yeah, we'll get
ideas.
there. Yeah.
Neutral, however, I feel like I don't want to call neutral. True neutral is boring, but
True neutral
lawful
is
neutral and
so
chaotic
hard to play.
neutral good and neutral evil are not boring.
Mhm.
But for true neutral, I like neutral in general, because we have tenets for neutral characters, evil
Mhm.
characters, and then each specific type of champion
Right.
has tenets as well.
Mhm.
So for neutral, I would assume like just the general do no harm but take no shit is a general rule for that.
That's fair. My words, my strategy for deciding what these guys do and are, like for each alignment, I took a look at the gods, and like lawful
Yeah.
neutral has weird gods,
Like what?
like Irori. I mean, so they're very selfish, very egotistical. Like Irori is the master of enlightenment, and like his whole edict is like perfect yourself. Always find ways to make yourself better, and like never take the easy way out. Yeah, like one of the anathema is to become addicted to a substance, which is like a flaw in yourself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The other lawful neutral. Was there only one? There might have only been one. No, it's Abadar.
Oh, God, I
Which
was
is-
gonna say if it's just that one.
Yeah, an Abadar, which again, it's still lawful. His anathema are to engage in piracy, banditry, stealing, etc. And his edict is to follow the rule of law wherever you are. Like you listen to, you obey the law. They want to expand civilization, work hard to earn their wealth. So yeah, it's very lawful neutral seems to be very much like don't take the easy way, do your best kind of thing.
There's a couple more here that might not be in the core rulebook.
Mhm.
I'm just looking on
Nethys?
I don't even know. Yeah,
Mhm.
Archives of Nethys,
Which I learned
and
recently is actually part of Paizo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So-
it's a site you can use.
Yeah,
Like,
so if you
I almost said chat. Jesus.
yeah,
Streaming too much.
if you don't have access to the core rulebook, pretty much if you put in anything Pathfinder 2e, Archives of Nethys will pop up and give you the verbatim from the book words, typos and all.
So yeah, but we have Matravish, whose edicts are aid the prosecuted, accommodate and facilitate others, and anathema is destroy lotus fields,
Oh,
interfere with the flow of the Matra River. All right, so this is just like.
but
the,
yeah, it's still very like this is a monk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't destroy the tranquility, don't disturb the river, just enjoy it, and yeah. So it's very I mean, honestly, Peacekeeper works almost
Peacekeeper is
perfectly.
a really,
Yeah.
really, really good name.
I think that works out
So
really
so
well.
I think the tenants would follow suit
Mhm.
of keep the peace, keep the law,
Like,
uh
counter
yeah,
chaos.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like
Like, yeah, where lawful good is much more like destroy evil, I feel like lawful neutral is much more anti-chaos. Like, it doesn't care if you're doing good or evil,
or evil,
as long as you
as
have a
long as you're
method.
following the law.
Right, yeah. But it's those destructive bands who go around just destroying stuff for the sake of destruction that lawful neutral will be like, mm-mm.
Yeah, all right, I like that.
I'm cool with that, yeah. So, yeah, keep the peace, counter chaos. My reaction, I liked this one. I don't know if it would be too strong or not. I called it tranquil gaze,
Mm-hmm.
and it's after an ally takes damage, the attacker makes a will save, and if they fail, they become indifferent to that ally for 1 round, which means they will
Ooh.
not attack that ally as long as they're indifferent. So
Ah,
it effectively makes the enemy, you say you have to attack someone else next round. You can't attack that
that
same
is
target again.
that is interesting, and that's definitely keeping within the peacekeeper theme. I
Right?
wouldn't say it's too powerful, especially considering what's the neutral good? Yeah, the neutral goods.
Redeemer, yeah, the glimpse,
Redeemer.
yeah, glimpse of redemption.
That is some nonsense.
You can either deal less damage or no damage, and then you're weak. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I feel like that's probably one of the strongest. So long as it's weaker than that, we're okay.
right? Yeah, there's the power creep. But yeah, so I think that one's kind of cool. You know, it's not as
Yeah, I
effective.
like that. I like that a lot.
It's like decent in most situations, whether you're fighting one big enemy or like if you're fighting one big enemy, it's cool. You basically save your ally from harm for a round. Or if
Mhm.
there's a bunch of targets, it doesn't save them from like all harm, but it keeps them a little bit safe. Um, if anything, I could see it being underpowered in some cases, but it would be great in like a 2-man campaign where you can literally be like, "It's me and
I am
him.
tank.
I am tank. Don't touch wizard boy."
All right, so the general consensus: peacekeeper, keep the law. Neutral tenants, I think we want to stick with do no harm but take no shit.
I like it. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and then on top of the indifferent from the reaction, the ally also gets +2 to saving throws for 1 turn.
all right,
So
I
yes,
don't think that's too bad for
right.
1 turn.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, too much.
Moving on to neutral, I had 2 names for this. One was
Nothing. I hope I need you. To pull something
all right,
out of
all
it.
right. The first name I came up with, the second one my friend came up with. The one I came up with was observer. You know,
Okay.
just sort of, they keep their distance, they're true neutral, they don't give a shit. And the one that he came up with, which I think I like better, is inquisitor. Like, they're always striving to learn and also just integrate themselves in different societies, in different cultures. I
Okay.
don't know. It's like you said, true neutral is tough because it's everything and
Because
nothing.
true neutral itself is just tough.
Yeah.
See, the only thing I could think of is just fucking animal, beast.
Right? Yeah. Or I don't
No
know.
alignment.
I don't know how much you've seen Futurama, but there's the planet of the neutrals.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I believe tenets from that would be like remain passive when learning of situations. Like you can't just fly off the handle.
Maybe analyze the
When you-
situation before acting.
Yeah, yeah. So like I'm thinking
Yeah.
just Assad in general. If he sees evil going on, he's like, I have to stop this. But an observer's tenets would force him to sit back, wait, get both sides of the story
Right,
before he
yeah.
can jump into action.
Yeah, like if someone attacks a neutral champion, yeah, they'll defend themselves because it's pretty easy to go, okay, you have a sword, that's my blood, all right. But yeah,
I think the general rule of champions is you can break everything if you get hurt.
yes.
I think once your life is on the line, you can do whatever you want. Self-preservation
Yeah.
preservation is like tenet for everybody.
And I think
That's
I like that because I think they say that in like the core rulebook, which is
they
great.
do, yes.
Yeah, which I like because I don't think that's actually written in rulebooks for like other systems, like especially older like Dungeons and Dragons. It was basically
Yeah.
no. I don't care if that other good person is hurting you. Don't hurt
Either
him.
your ally defends you or you fucking die. There is no in between.
Yeah, or you lose your powers for a freaking month. That's another thing they did in Pathfinder Second Edition that I like. If you commit the anathema, it's not the end of the world. You only lose it for one day.
You just have to pray
Yeah.
it back.
And
Be like, hey, I messed up. Can
Sorry.
I get my fire shooting powers back?
He learned. He learned. Here you go.
All right.
But yeah, like other than analyze all situations before acting, I can't think of like another tenet.
Yeah,
for
I think
neutral.
that's a good one. Because neutral, you can kind of go in any which direction.
They would fit in
So,
any
so
party,
it's like,
which is a benefit, as long as
yeah,
they have a reason. That's the
and
hardest part.
I feel like any true neutral character will eventually slip slowly into something else, just
Right?
because
Yeah.
playing a true neutral character is really really boring.
Yeah, eventually you'll become more lawful or more chaotic in your actions.
Like I'm trying to think. I think I've made 2 or 3 uh, true neutral characters in my time, and they've always ended up as something else.
It's just because it's impossible to roleplay one way or the other,
Yeah.
No matter what, all of
What do you think, champion? I have no opinion. I am robot.
do, do what you will. I do not care. Like
I must kill Son Goku. That's it. That's your whole it's Android
it's just
16.
Android 16. But even he ends up being more lawful neutral, or probably neutral good. But still,
Wait, he observes the birds.
I have spotted a pelican. So majestic.
I like the
Android
birds.
16 is a true neutral champion.
Animals. But yeah, I think Observer works pretty well.
Yeah.
And then for their reaction, I gave them even the odds. This one might be too strong. I can't tell. When a hit,
lay it on me.
all right, when a hit is landed on an ally, but before damage is rolled, you can use the even the odds reaction, and the attacker must make a will save, and if they fail it, they take damage equal to half the damage they dealt.
I don't think that's too strong. I
Right.
think that's interesting.
So, if they attack you, the DM, they say, okay, he does land a hit, and you're within range. So you're like, okay, I'll use even the odds. So they have the attacker roll a will save. He fails. He deals 10 damage to your ally, but they take 5 in return.
That might be overpowered when it comes to really strong enemies. I wonder if it would be better if you get a free, what's it called? Reaction to attack.
But that's basically
But
already Paladin, Retributive Strike.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually have that coming up later as well. Plus, they also get the +2 to saving throws for 1 round from the neutral champions. And the thing is, with HP inflation, I don't know how overpowered that would be. Even at level 50.
I guess that's true. I guess so.
Because with
I
everybody
haven't
getting
gotten that far just yet.
everybody getting max HP every level, I mean, hell, our level 4 campaign, everyone has like at least 30, 40 hit points.
And it's half the damage for one attack.
Exactly,
Once
yeah.
per turn. That's not too bad.
Right? Yeah, and again, it sacrifices that protection that you get from, like, Glimpse of Redemption. You can't reduce the damage, so your ally is still taking the full brunt of the hit. And I think that's what might...
I wonder if it'd be interesting if paladins of neutral. Jeez, I keep saying paladins.
Dude, I had to re-edit. I had to redo so many takes on my champion guide. There were some halfway through editing it where I'm like, did I just say paladin? Damn it!
Damn it! Do it all again. So I wonder if neutral champions, like if each one has a different can't think of it, reaction saving throw that is associated with them. So like the observer would be better at protecting allies from will saves.
The Peacekeeper
And
would be like
Peacekeeper better at
fortitude.
fortitude, maybe.
Reveler. Well, spoiler. Chaotic Neutral's called a Reveler, and it's my favorite. But maybe that's an interesting idea.
I mean, again, this isn't
Yeah,
rules.
it's
Hey,
all-
you listening right now, you want to use one of these, and you're
Go
like,
for
hey,
it.
that's kind of dumb. I want full stats. Go for it, man. We're
Right?
not going to stop you.
These aren't laid in stone, so take them and edit them
Paizo
how
is
you
not
want.
even going to come into your house and tell you how to play the game. I don't know where you live. I can't stop you.
Actually, Paizo's knocked on my door before and been like, you got this rule wrong. Do it again and you're fired.
Paizo doesn't know where I live. Sod lives forever.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Plus, the attacker can make a will save.
Yeah, I mean, if they can completely negate it in some way, half damage
Right?
is not
Yeah.
that bad.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe on
like, yeah,
maybe on a critical they take full, like a critical
fail.
they
Yeah,
take full damage.
yeah, that's usually how it would go. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think the success would completely negate. Like some things are like success is half damage, but I think for this,
In this sense,
yeah.
yeah.
but yeah, it's a cool idea. Yeah, I don't know. It could use work. That's probably the one I'm the least confident on because true neutral.
But again, that's just too neutral.
Yeah.
There's only so much we can do with that.
So chaotic neutral, I said earlier.
All right, lay it on me.
The Reveler, because all the chaotic good deities are like Caden, Kalean, chaotic good, or wait,
Try that again.
shoot, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I was still right. Yeah, Callistria, chaotic neutral. One of her edicts is seek hedonistic thrills, pursue your own freedom. Gorham
Yeah.
is just like find as many people you can fight in fair combat and beat them so you can feel good about your victory. Like one of his edicts is attain victory in fair combat, push your limits. So chaotic neutral, I find, is very much about self-satisfaction and just like reveling.
Yeah, a lot of people, like we brought this up earlier. A lot of people consider chaotic neutral the funny haha XD kind of affiliation, but it's not.
It's yeah. I find them the
so
most
much more than that.
I guess almost egotistical. They're
Yeah.
not out to like destroy kind of chaos, but they're
out to make themselves happy, and that's it. They care
Exactly,
about themselves, and that's all. A lot of people. I want to talk about this real quick.
Go
Just
for it. No,
a
go
quick
for it.
side tangent.
100%.
A lot of people consider the Joker chaotic neutral, and that makes me really mad because Joker is chaotic evil.
I think so. Yeah.
The perfect example of chaotic neutral is Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I believe that. Yeah.
He's got a couple of good tendencies and whatever, but for the
Right.
most part, he is chaotic neutral.
Yeah, right. He doesn't just shoot people randomly. You know, he doesn't unless he has a reason. You know, even chaotic
Yeah.
neutral. Hell, usually, and maybe not chaotic evil, but
Usually, I mean,
pretty much
you gotta have. They gotta have the occasional.
your character needs a reason to do something, no matter what their alignment is. Alignment is just a general term for how your character acts. You need a reason to do something. You know, nobody just shoots on sight, no matter who they're shooting at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so the Reveler is all about self-indulgence, feeling good, and yeah. So what did you have for tenets for chaotic neutral?
So for tenets for chaotic neutral, again, tough because because neutral. But I agree with the chaotic the chaotic aspects of you want to try to live life to the fullest of what you want.
Right.
No backing down from a challenge or from being invited to drink or whatever.
Right? Yeah, drink when there's ale. Yeah.
You wanna do everything in your power to make your life better. And it's purely selfish tenets.
Right,
It's
right.
nothing to do with protecting other people.
But for the most part, I mean, again, it would depend on which way, because nobody's specifically like a dot on this alignment, no moving. So I'm sure there are some chaotic neutrals who won't hurt people to get their hedonistic thrills.
Oh, yeah,
But I'm
absolutely.
sure there are some where they'll mug you for your wine, and if you give it to them, they probably won't hurt you, and some might. But you know,
So I think it's good that the chaotic neutral guidelines are so loose because
Yeah,
there's so many ways to
yeah.
be chaotic neutral.
and it's a scary alignment. It's in some ways it's the hardest to play because it's so loose. Like it's so hard.
I feel like general neutral alignments stuff should be no murder because once you murder out of
Right,
nowhere,
that's an evil act. That's a direct.
So I think keeping like robbery is fine. That's okay. Breaking the law for whatever reason, not breaking the law, but like
right.
doing
Ends justify the means. Like a neutral person
Yeah,
will
yeah.
break a law for the good of someone if there's a reward in it for them. That's where I feel like it
Yeah.
lands. Like an evil person.
that's a good neutral tenet. Never turn down money.
But yeah, my good like sort of like good neutral evil is like a good person will take on a quest for no reward. A
They'll
neutral
go out of their
person
way to help someone.
exactly. A neutral person will take on a quest for a sizable reward, and an evil person will kill the person and take
kill
the
the quest
reward.
giver.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that, obviously there's exceptions. There's a lot of evil characters are not outright murderers, but yeah.
Yeah. Chaotic evil is a
yeah.
little different. But
Yeah.
we'll talk.
We'll get there. So for chaotic neutral, the Reveler, I just like the name of this reaction: "Glory to the Victor."
All right.
Which
I like
is
it.
restore 2 plus the champion's level hit points to an ally after they kill an enemy. So if they land a killing blow, you can use your reaction to just heal them for a little bit, and they get the +2 to saving throws for 1 round. You know what I mean? So it's that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so like they help their ally indulge themselves in their victory. I don't think they could use it on themselves because you can't use any of the other champion reactions on yourself.
It has to be on an ally.
But I like that idea that this Reveler is like it's still like selfish. Like here, let me show you how I enjoy life.
I don't think you were aiming for this, but it reminds me of Draven from League, where he's just very like, yeah,
but
I got a kill, I get extra stuff, but for an ally.
Right.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so they help the ally, revel in their victory. So they get a little bit of health back, the nice saving throw. So like the hard part is it's not. It's kind of situational. You know, it's if you're fighting one enemy, it is literally useless. But if you're fighting a horde of enemies and your allies are getting kills every round, and that's a heal, that's a free heal.
Spamming,
and
spamming
that's the
heals.
thing. You need to be careful with healing abilities because they can be incredibly broken. So I think this
We learned that last week.
right. Good lord, we're not going to talk about heal.
Reference. Go watch my videos.
Yeah, go watch it. Santa Caderia, session 4.
Yeah, Brogan's a good DM, and I'm Sod, so
He's Sod. He saved world. But yeah, so yeah, that's all the neutrals, which are fun. So
I like that.
I think there's some good stuff here. Again, if you guys ever want to use these, take them, homebrew them to your delight. Obviously, get your GM's permission.
Do your own thing with them. That's the greatest part about tabletop RPGs like this is that there's really no rules so long as everyone at your table is happy.
Yeah,
who cares?
D&D book, but yeah, on like the first page of pretty much every rule book, it always says these are a guideline. They are not meant to be adhered to strictly. Change them as you see fit, and I love that.
Love it. It is the best.
All right, so let's move on to the fun stuff. Let's move on to evil.
Oh boy.
I guess,
Evil tenants.
Those are interesting. They're very
evil tenants. They're very hard to work around because you don't want to be like the evil tenant is you have to murder everything you see.
Right.
If you think something's not evil, kill it. That's not evil.
And if you look
that just makes things boring.
If you look at the deities themselves, they have some cool edicts and anathema that can help guide the tenets.
Yeah, let me look at them real quick. I should have done this, but
if you get up the it's on page 437.
Yeah, I got Nethys up right now, so it's just a little easier.
Yeah, but starting with the evils, they like similar to the saves for neutral and the damage reduction for good. I think I said it earlier, but yeah, evil is all about just taking combat advantage. So whenever they use their reaction on an ally, that ally gets a bonus to attack rolls. Starting at +1 and increasing by 1 at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20 to a max of +5 at level 20 for one round. So, I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. We're basically at level 20. You're allowing them to use a +5 for their first attack and effectively negating the multiple attack penalty for a second attack that round. Because the normal multiple attack penalty is a -5. So, I like it. But yeah, let's jump into it. So, Lawful Evil was the hardest freaking thing to name, and I'm still not happy with either of the ideas I have.
What did you name? What ideas you got?
The first one was the Oathsworn, because it was just a badass name, but it's like all champions are technically Oathsworn.
Yeah,
so it doesn't work.
All right, try the other one.
The other one my friend came up with, and I liked it better. I don't think it's perfect, but it's the Subverter, because Lawful Evil is often very subtle. You know. Lawful Evil will work their way up to be the king's right-hand man. The great example is Jafar from Aladdin.
Jafar, Jafar's a good one.
You know, he's whispering these evil ideas into the king's head. He's subverting and political subterfuging the kingdom from behind the scenes in the shadows. He's got his code. He's got what he does. And, you know, when shit hits the fan, he's not afraid to, you know, go out and, like, you know, finally take things into his own hands. But for the most part, he's very subtle. He does things secretly.
Lex Luthor is another good example for that, I think.
You know,
but usually in a non-political sense. I guess he becomes president in some timeline. Whatever.
But yeah, they don't...
Casual DC fan here. But, like, he's subtle in the sense that he's trying to take down Superman without anyone knowing that it's him, but he's also not trying to break the law. He is trying to protect the humans.
Right.
From Superman, but Superman's very clearly the good guy.
Yeah. So that's the hard thing about Lawful Evil is they're still categorized as evil, even though they do typically follow the law and the rules set in place. They're the guys who will find loopholes. They will find their way around the law so that they're not breaking it, but they're still getting their way.
Right. And again, their own. It's very important that their own moral code is never corrupted. So for whatever reason, if an evil character has sworn to never kill anybody, they won't kill anybody just because they're evil.
Right. Yeah, like honestly, pretty much what we both just said. Asmodeus, however you want to say it, one of his edicts is negotiate contracts to your best advantage. So it's literally like, yeah, you're going to follow the rules you make. Like if you sign a contract, you're keeping your word, but you're always going to weigh it in your favor or leave a loophole you can use later. And I love that one of the edicts is actually to show subservience to your betters. Like, part of Asmodeus' whole lawful evil thing is knowing your place. Like, the two examples we used, Lex Luthor and Jafar, they're sort of, like, egomaniacal, like, they want to rule the world, but not all lawful evil works like that. It's a really complicated alignment, honestly.
I think the evils in general are very complicated because you don't usually play them in D&D.
Yeah, it's
most evil campaigns don't last more than a session or two.
yeah.
Because usually you end up breaking the DM by doing something stupid.
What do you mean you killed the merchant? Yeah. The one that's a little bit more like, I'm evil, Zon Cathan, which is literally just the god of pain. Like, his edicts...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, his edicts are literally, bring pain to the world and mutilate your body is one of his edicts. It's an anathema to create light or provide comfort. So that one's a little more, honestly, sounds more chaotic evil to me. But yeah. I think it's more of a methodical pain. Like, Zonkathon followers aren't going to go out and murder people, but they're almost spreading pain as a philosophy, as like, this is, I guess the path to enlightenment is through pain. So they might not inflict pain to hurt people. They'll inflict pain because that is what they believe in. Like self-flagellating monks, if like in the real world. Imagine if they went out and just started flagellating people, being like, "This is how you live."
I will bring you to enlightenment if you like it or not.
That would actually be a really fun monk. Anyway, but yeah, so it's a tough one. It's tough to pin down. So I don't even know if Subverter is the best name, but I think it's just there's so many different ways to play lawful evil.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of lawful evil tenants, and not lawful evil. Yeah, lawful evil tenants would be. It's so tough.
Like follow the rules, but twist them to your benefit.
Yeah, twist the rules so that you benefit.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah, bend the rules.
Yeah, twist, but don't break the rules to your benefit.
Exactly. Yeah, you can bend them all you want as long as they don't snap.
As long as they don't break.
Yeah, but other than that, it's tough to pin down because I know most of them have 2 tenets for each alignment, but that one's, I don't know what the second one would be. Because that's the hard thing, is a lot of evil in pretty much everything is only evil from a good perspective, aside from like chaotic.
Yeah, everything's a little more black and white in D&D.
And it's written that way so you know who the bad guys are. But if you're playing as a bad guy, it's tough, because to the bad guy, they're not the bad guy.
I think a good lawful evil would be like search for more power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always look for something to like advance yourself.
Yeah, so it's honestly similar to the was it chaotic neutral? No, I think it's similar. I guess similar to lawful neutral, but a little more. They're willing to do more because lawful neutral like Aurori is always improve yourself.
Yeah, so this is a good like evil where you're looking not to improve yourself, but you're looking for more power, whatever that means.
Or
to
like
you.
like improve yourself even at the expense of others. Yeah. Okay. The reaction I had for that one, I like this one. Terrible presence. When an ally is attacked, the attacker is frightened 1. So it's similar to Glimpse of Redemption. It removes the damage reduction entirely. And I also dropped it from, so instead of enfeebled 2, frightened 1. Because frightened is a much more powerful status.
That's the one where they have to run away, right?
No, that's fleeing. But frightened is you take a status penalty equal to this value to all of your checks and DCs. So that's a full round of -1 to everything. Where Glimpse of Redemption is 2 rounds of enfeebled, which is just strength and dex. Or if you take the feat, you can do it to intellect, wisdom, and charisma with stupefied. This is it lasts a less
everything.
Less time, right. But to everything. Plus,
I like that. Just the idea that you're such a strong figure in one way or another.
Right? Yeah.
That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. Plus, it gets the attack +1 to attack rolls on the ally, which is always just really good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. With the +1 to attack rolls on its own, I couldn't let the evil ones be too overpowered.
Yeah. You don't want everyone be like, "Ooh,
we should play as evil, right?"
Yeah. Fun.
And honestly,
it's gonna be really weird in my good campaign, but
I'm sure
I'll figure it out.
That's one of my biggest complaints. Probably one of my only complaints with champions in 2E. is your cause matches your alignment exactly. Like I could like
I think it's interesting.
it's
I think
interesting,
it's a good
but I
to
think you
like.
could still be a neutral good liberator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
And
I mean,
obviously
that's
talk to your GM. But like, if I was DMing, I would be 100% okay with that. If someone was like, I really want to be lawful good, but I still want to be a redeemer, and I'd be like, that's fine.
I feel like as long as you're only one step away, like on the alignment chart,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
should be okay.
Like a lawful good peacekeeper, I could even see. Like,
Yeah, that would be.
and because the only thing, and especially you could homebrew your own like mix of the tenets. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like as long as you're following tenants in general, the role playing would still be interesting. But again, just talk to your GM.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Almost all
they'll
of
help
these,
you.
almost all the reactions could be mixed up. If you're a paladin who still has the liberating step, I think it works. Like you're still following the tenets of the paladin. You're just more focused on moving your allies than striking back against your enemies, which has always been weird to me. Why the paladin is like the revengeful free attack one.
Because they gotta stop evil no matter what.
Yeah,
They're so good.
too good, too good. 5 me. But yeah, so moving on to neutral evil, second to last one. This one is all about just take what you can get. Don't care who it belongs to. It's everything in the world belongs to you. Is sort of the neutral evil idea. Still a little more like focused and less like I see you, I'm taking your things. But it's more like because chaotic evil will take it just for the sake of it, even if they don't want it. Whereas neutral evil is more like that's useful to me, so I need it. They won't just do it for chaos' sake. So I deemed it the Gorger. My friend helped me think of that. They're just all about, again, that self-improvement, but to the next level. They will take and take as long as it benefits them. Whereas, yeah, like,
Now that's a good tenant right there.
right?
If something would benefit you, take it no matter what.
Right, yeah. Like the neutral evil deities, like Norgorber. Like this is very like, pardon me. This is very rogue, very sneaky, especially Norgorber. Where like one of Norgorber's edicts is to make sure nobody knows you worship Norgorber. But it's also sacrifice anyone necessary. Take every advantage in a fight.
Yeah, I'm looking at Lao Shou Po right now, and their edict is work quietly towards your goals in the shadow, steal what you need, keep an ear among the ignored and downtrodden, but their anathema is work honestly for something you could steal instead. This is very much the gimme.
Oh yeah. Urgathoa, which is the goddess of undeath, is a little different. And I like her a lot, actually. It's literally her edicts are become undead when you die, and protect the undead. Also, but again, still in that same right, sate your appetites. If you want something, go get it.
So I think that the tenants for the Gorger would be take what you want. It's yours.
Right? Yeah.
So this is where murder can come into play. Where
We're reaching that like not afraid to kill to get what they want.
we're reaching murder hobo status.
But I think
over
if
here.
we're
getting very close.
If you give a neutral evil what they want, they'll likely leave you alone. If they want your weapon and you hand it over to them, they probably won't kill you. But if you say no,
what's a way we could word that? Demand what you want and escalate if you don't get it. Essentially,
something like that. Yeah, it's probably a better way to word it.
Until you have to kill.
Yeah,
and if you have to kill,
I think
you're evil.
Acquire what you want by whatever means necessary, and obviously what is considered necessary.
Necessary is a key word there.
Right. So sometimes, an intimidation check is all that's necessary. But
one would hope, and sometimes an attack roll is necessary.
Right.
And sometimes I don't know, fire. Who knows?
Who cares? And so the reaction for this one, this is the one I'm not super happy with because it's very similar to the Paladin, which is just take the advantage, which is when an attacker misses an ally, make a free attack. So it's similar like where the Paladin gets a free attack when an ally is hit. The Gorger gets a free attack when an ally is missed.
Yeah, I think that's fine though, because I'm thinking like what else would encapsulate the Gorger other than taking what he wants, and what he wants is a free attack.
Right?
When
Yeah,
someone that's
free damage, taking the advantage.
And like you said, it's very like they're kind of sneaky and roguelike, even though they're in heavy armor probably.
Yeah.
So taking advantage of someone else's fumble is like peak rogue.
Right, which actually kind of works out in such a way that I think that is also a rogue feat at some point. I can't remember.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
I think so.
Well, yeah.
So it would work out well.
You get it at level 1 though.
Right? Oh, God.
There you go.
That's
I mean, it's a one-time reaction. But.
Yeah, although I think the rogue is only if they miss the rogue gets to attack for free, whereas this is if they miss an ally.
So it's not like protecting, but it's kind of like, well, I can get a hit in, so
right?
whatever.
Well, they're focusing on you, my ally. I'm going to take advantage of this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, which I like about the evil. The evil it's definitely less about protecting the ally and more about just...
I want to get what I want, and by any means necessary.
Yeah. And now for the one that we've all been waiting for.
Boy, what the hell do you do for chaotic evil tenants?
Chaotic evil...
Cause mayhem,
right?
Never resort to peace.
Like
there's got to be some way to stop them from being murder hobos.
There's really not. Like
because like I brought up before, I hate when people call Joker chaotic evil, a chaotic neutral, because he's chaotic evil. He kills. Who cares? There's no reason. He just does it because he can.
In the core rulebook, you have two options for chaotic evil deities. There's Rovagug, which I'm happy to talk about because there was a plot twist in the campaign. But now, Rovagug is literally edict: destroy all things.
Yeah, so that's all
he does.
Your entire character is summed up by kill.
It is an anathema to create something new. Like, there is nothing. Okay, like, let me put it to you this way. It is an anathema to delay a victim's death, even by torture. You're not supposed to torture things. You just have to murder them right out. It's insane. Lamashtu is much more interesting, which is the mother of monsters, and her edicts are to make the beautiful monstrous and reveal the flaws of creation. So it's not exactly like destroy everything, but it's to warp it and deform it. She's the goddess of aberrations, which is really cool. It's an anathema for her to treat a mental illness, which is just so interesting.
Or deformity. So Lamashtu likes the gross, disgusting, this is what life really is, sort of. I'm
sure her and, like, Mind Flayers would get along just fine. Because Mind Flayers screw with everything. You ever seen a freaking cranium rat? Put a picture.
I have not. I'm afraid now.
Oh, I'll show you a picture later.
Put it up on the screen. Oh God, it's terrible.
There you go. Yeah, so I think Defiler is the name I gave it. It kind of gets the best of both worlds. Like, even if you're destroying, like, just destroying things for the sake of destruction for Rovagug, you're still defiling things. You're still raising farms. You're still murdering people in cold blood. And it also works if you're just warping and deforming creation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think a tenant would be destroy things as you see fit. So it doesn't necessarily mean, like, destroy, blow up. It could also mean destroy,
maybe, like, vandalize, maybe shape the world as you see fit.
Shape the world, that's that. Ooh, all right.
All right. And then, obviously, I guess destroy anything in your way. Destroy anything that tries to stop you. It's hard because, like, all the other
it's hard without saying you are allowed to kill everything.
Right. All the other even in an evil campaign, you really can't play chaotic evil because even lawful and neutral evils don't like chaotic evils. They butt heads. It's. I mean, I'm in my.
You have to play a chaotic evil campaign, and it's not really a campaign. They just send NPCs at you, and you get to kill them.
Yeah, and then inevitably a party member kills another party member, and the whole thing falls apart. But yeah, so it's interesting. It's tough, and it honestly, chaotic evil, depending on which god you worship, changes your gameplay so much. Oh, and what I was trying to say earlier is, like, all the other 8 alignments, the goods, the neutrals, and the 2 evils. You can be a normal commoner who exists of those alignments and still fits into society. Not with chaotic evil.
No.
There's just... Because even a neutral evil, who, the neutral evil can be that douchebag bandit who, under the guise of a normal commoner, sneaks out at night, takes everybody's things, like, murders people in their sleep, but gets away with it and nobody's the wiser. but he still fits into society because he can pretend. A chaotic
Evil is the arsonist who stands outside your window laughing as your house burns down.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
He won't get away. Everyone knows.
Yeah, and so for the reaction for the Defiler, I gave Destructive Blows, which is when an ally hits an enemy, the ally deals your level in bonus damage.
Ooh,
You know?
all right.
So, you're level 2, they land a hit, again, I don't know if it's too weak or not, because it's using your reaction, but it's guaranteed.
Just to deal extra damage, yeah.
But it's guaranteed damage, you know what I mean?
I mean, 20 extra damage, is nothing to sneeze at.
Right. I mean, yeah, honestly, at level 2, even +2 is not bad. You're only getting a total of +3 or 4 from your strength, so +2 on top of that is really good.
That's good, yeah.
So, yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of another tenant. I wonder if this is the kind of character that would be proud in all of the destruction they laid waste.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wonder if they'd be like, you have to let everyone know when you destroy stuff, it was you.
I don't think that would be like a required tenet. I think that would be more of a character choice. Because I'm sure there's the chaotic evil who love to sneak through the shadows with a lighter, just burn this building, and they light everything, and then they just leave.
Well, I mean, maybe not like them themselves, but like a calling card of sorts.
Okay, yeah.
Like you don't know their true identity, but the
whether
phantom
it's them
burner
or
whatever.
or the deity, they carve Rovagug's symbol into the ground, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess use your
destruction
to send not a message.
It's about sending a message. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's not wrong, especially for a champion who's doing it for a deity. That makes sense to send a message. Yeah, that's the thing. It's important to remember is that these are all people doing it for a deity, not just like a chaotic evil fighter.
They were selected by a deity to live this way.
So yeah, maybe one of the good tenets would be to let, I don't know how I'd word it, but let your victims know
what God brought this upon you.
Right, yeah, whether it was done by Rovagug or Lamash 2 or whatever other expanded gods there are for chaotic evil.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all 6 alignments that don't have stuff in the official core rulebook. If you like this stuff, go ahead and use it, take it, homebrew it. If you like a reaction but want to put it on a different alignment, go for it. I don't care. It's not official. But
I'm not your dad. I can't stop you.
But yeah, did you have anything to add?
No, I think that was it. I think we covered the tenets, the names, and the reactions. I think that's the big stuff. There's a couple of stuff later on where you get
like
certain level ups.
It's like 6 and 11 they upgrade, but that's so far in the future, and I don't have that kind of brain power.
Yeah, we got you. We got you this far, and if you get that far before July, then we'll make another video.
Yeah, sure. Although, I mean, I'm curious, what do the upgrades normally look like? What can we BS right now? Like, the first one... I think it's only at 11th level. Obviously, there's the feats that improve them, like range
that's what I meant.
Yeah, like for the Paladin, when you use Retributive Strike, every ally in the area can attack for free. So it looks like most of these... So Exalt...
they just increase...
the number of targets. So that would actually apply to almost all of them.
Okay, never mind.
Tranquil Gaze. I mean, let's go down the list. So for the Lawful Neutral, Tranquil Gaze would be basically all of your allies the attacker becomes indifferent to, so they have to attack you, the champion, which is kind of cool. The Observer wouldn't really make sense. When a hit is landed on the ally, they take half damage, because it's not like they can attack all allies. So that one would be a bit harder to upgrade. So that one's you're on your own. Oh my god, the Reveler would get insane. Restore 2+ champion level hit points to all allies after killing an enemy. That would be busted. Because I mean, you get that at 11th level. I mean, I guess at 11th level, 13 hit points is not a lot.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, yeah, you restore it to all allies. And I mean,
unless I wonder if you want to put a cap on it, like maybe not once per fight, but like.
Well, I mean,
a certain number of times per fight.
Worth noting that we didn't actually say in any of this. All of the champion reactions, all the champion reactions have a 15-foot reach. So that does inherently limit it.
That's true. So if you got someone in the back, you can't heal them.
Yeah.
If they're
so it'll pretty much only heal the melee who have been bathed in the blood. So I mean, I think that's actually fair. So
okay, you're right.
At best, like at a best case scenario, let's say you're on one side. your fighter is next to you and the rogue is behind them, and you kill it. That's a 39 hit point heal, which is great, but it's at 11th level, and it's spread out among 3. So it might help out in the long run, but I don't think it's going to save a life at that level. You know what I mean? Things are hitting for like 20 plus, so yeah, I think that's fine.
It's one of those things where like theory crafting, we say, oh, maybe. Well, we would never know until we like play tested it. But that's not what this video is about. This is early concepts that we just shot.
Yeah,
in the dark.
The Lawful Evil Terrible Presence. That one, I guess, would be when an ally is attacked. All attackers within 15 feet are frightened. So I guess if you're swarmed and your ally gets attacked, that could be useful. But for the most part, that would not help too much unless your enemies are all stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Which is probably fair. I feel like that one
if you're playing the champion, you want to be in the middle of everything.
Right. I feel like that one honestly might fall off. But I mean, but they also get the attack.
You can give it a boost with the feat, like something else
That's
happens.
true, yeah.
Like
increase
maybe
the frighten
with your
2.
presence, it's so terrifying you gain extra armor class or something.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And yeah, there may be a feat that increases it to frightened 2, which makes it last an extra turn, and it's -2 for the first turn and -1 to all dice rolls, which is insane. So yeah, that one's probably fine.
That's when I think with a feat you'd want to upgrade it rather than just have it hit all enemies.
Yeah. Take the Advantage would be tough, where it's just get a free attack. I mean, I guess it would just be the same as the Paladin upgraded at 11th level, which is when you use your reaction, all allies within 15 feet can make a strike. So at -5.
It's so good.
It's really good. And then Destructive Blows. When an ally hits an enemy, ally deals champion level of extra damage. How would you add that to the whole group?
Ooh.
I mean, you could have it deal your level to all enemies. I guess like they would hit them so hard that you would like almost imbue them with the chaotic evil power of your deity, that like a wave of like negative damage goes out from that enemy and hits all enemies next to it for your level.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Right? Yeah.
Just like a wave. You mean like from the enemy? So like around the enemy if it gets hurt. Yeah, I think that's fair. Other than your ally.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There you go. There's some extra stuff we didn't plan to put into the video, but we did. Cool.
But we did.
Now let's talk about all the like 6 feats that go into each one, and say we didn't. Oh man. But all right, this was fun. Thank you, Beardbox, for joining me for this. This was awesome.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. If you want to plug yourself, go for it.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I got a bunch of social media you can follow me on if you want. I got Twitter, twitter.com/beardbox. If you want to see me stream, twitch.tv/beardbox. I do a lot of tabletop RPGs. No Nat is DMing one of my games on Tuesdays if you want to check it out. Mm-hmm. And if you can't catch my streams, you can head over to my YouTube where I upload stream highlights. Not even stream highlights, it's full streams. Don't go to my YouTube. Go to my Twitch or my Twitter.
Awesome. All right. And you guys know you can subscribe right here on the No Nat Ones channel. I release videos typically every Tuesday and Thursday. I think this will probably be going up on a weekend as a bonus video because it's not so much a guide as just a homebrew thing. These probably won't be up on any schedule. These will probably just come up whenever I feel like making one. So just consider it a bonus video. But yeah, so subscribe, hit the bell.
Wow, a bonus video. Wow, you should leave a like for that.
Oh my God.
I like bonus videos. Do you like, was that natural? Did that sound good? Did I say it like you wanted me to?
Yeah, you'll get your check in the mail. And remember to ring the bell to know exactly when these videos go live. Okay, now you can make your joke. What?
I know that was actually going to be serious, but like actually hitting the like button and leaving a comment really helps.
It helps a ton.
Helps the videos gain traction and stuff. So if you do like this stuff and you want No Net to make some more.
Thank you. Yeah, leave a comment. Tell us about which of these you agreed with, which of these you think were terrible, changes you would make to these. I want to hear what you guys have.
Which one do you want to try in your next campaign?
For sure.
If you say chaotic evil, we're going to ban you. That's how
It's true. I'll ban you from YouTube. My dad works at YouTube.
I just meant from posting on the channel, but sure.
No.
If you want to flex
all
like
of YouTube. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, until next time, No Nat Ones.